Hi. Well, Mark Kieran's here. Have I given away too much already? I'm a senior lecturer at the Hansa University of Applied Sciences. If everything has gone according to plan, there should be a picture behind me. At least that's what they tell me. I'm very lucky to have a couple of technicians from Bulgaria. One of them is actually a student, a graduate of design and communication from the Hansa University. So you know that you're in good hands. I'm going to be with you for about 10 or 15 minutes now, complimenting some of the things that you've already seen about Groningen, or Groningen, as they say here in the Netherlands. Don't worry about pronunciation. When you get here, you'll sort it all out. Anyway, so I'm going to give you some more information today, more specific about the Hansa University of Applied Sciences, and I'm really happy to do that for you. Like I said a couple of seconds ago, there's a big picture of a big green building right behind me, and that's kind of one of the central buildings of the Zernike campus. On Zernike, we have buildings from the Hansa University of Applied Sciences and also from the Ruhr University as well. So we kind of share the space. About 6,000–7,000 students a day come to the campus. It's about 10–15 minutes away by bike from downtown. So you're never really that far away from getting here. Buildings can be dedicated to particular studies, or it's a combination of different types of faculties. In this part of the university, a lot of the economic faculties are located. We have other buildings located around the city, apart from Zernike, where the Prince Claus Conservatorium is located, our Dance Academy is, and also our Design and Art Academy is also located more towards the center of the city. One of the things that I've been asked to do is to talk, or maybe create a little bit of a narrative between myself and my university. I love the Hansa University of Applied Sciences. I've been working with the university for over 25 years now, and I think it's absolutely the right place for me to be. And the main reason it is because of people like you. People like you that I've met over the last 25 years, people like you that I'm going to meet over the next couple of years. When you come to Groningen and enjoy the city, the educational activities, and just a very enjoyable experience. Whether it's for your 4-year undergraduate program, might be 3 years as well, or for your graduate studies. It has something for virtually everybody. I love this city so much that my wife and my daughter, of course, are here. My daughter grew up in Groningen. She's studying at a Dutch university in the western part of the country. And frankly, I just think this is one of the best countries I've ever visited. I've been fortunate to go to about 47 different countries. Last time I did one of those internet, how many countries have you been to? I was kind of disappointed that it was less than 50, but I thought, well, 47 is not bad, and at least 3 more and I get to my first goal of 50 countries. The north of the Netherlands is where we're located, which means a lot of wide open spaces, very friendly people, very approachable people as well. The entire city is focused on you as students, meaning they want to try to get as much money out of you as humanly possible. But it also means there's a lot of competition for your attention. So I find that we, as a service-oriented city, whether it be through education or through other services, and we'll talk about that in a couple of moments, is really focused on you as a student and the experiences that you're going to have when you come and study in Groningen. Now that you've had a chance to absorb some of the information generally about what it's like to live in Groningen, I'm going to talk a little bit about what it's like to study at the Hansa University of Applied Sciences. Basically, every program operates in a similar way in terms of general construction. There are 4 study periods a year. They usually all start and end at about the same time. Each one is about 10 weeks long. Depending upon your study program, you might have 7–8 weeks of classes and maybe formal presentations that you have to do. There'll usually be a week of self-study where you can prepare for written assessments that you'll be required to do for certain courses. I can't really tell you how many you're going to have to do because it does vary by program, but the structure is pretty much the same. 4 periods starting at the beginning of September and going usually till about the end of June, again depending upon your program. In most programs, you have a set of assessments, sometimes examinations, sometimes presentations, or other forms of assessment, 4 times a year at the end of every study period. We realize that assessments can be challenging for some people, so teachers provide mock exams or sample exams to kind of give you a flavor of what's coming. Our teachers are also fairly accessible when it comes to providing you with the right type of information that you will need to be successful in your studies. And make no mistake about that, there's a prize at the end of this, and I'm going to ask you a favor, okay? Keep your eyes on the prize. Your job here, job 1, is to come to the university, figure out what's expected of you. Sometimes it's very clear, sometimes it's not. Welcome to being an adult, but stay focused on getting the credits you need at the end of every period. If you do that, your life will be much easier for you as you go through your 3, 4, or 1.5 year program. We will make it clear for you, and if you're going to ask me what is the one skill that I think is the #1 ability that you need to be successful, do I have your attention now? Personal discipline. Personal discipline. Now, if you need 3 alarm clocks to get you, out of bed in the morning, then get 3 alarm clocks. If you need to create a study group with you and some other people to help you with that personal discipline, do that. Whatever works for you. I think it's the #1 thing that at the end of 4 years of study, people will say, that's my big takeaway from this level of education. Most programs, we start you off kind of generally speaking in first year, have you touch on various aspects of the educational program that you'll be following. What you'll find is that we're quite close to you in first year. Want to sort of keep an eye on you, hopefully not too parental, but we do. As you develop the skills, knowledge, and abilities required to be successful as a student and as a researcher, we allow you much more freedom as you go through the educational process. And I think that's very appropriate because once you graduate, and you will graduate, we want you to be an independent and critical thinker who has touched and experienced some of the wonderful aspects of whatever discipline you decided to study here. So personal discipline is very important. Enjoying what you're doing is very important. And I'll repeat it just one more time. Keep your eyes on the prize. I was speaking with some of the people that are putting this promotional material together. And they asked me, Mark, how do you view education and study life? And I go with the rule of thirds. First third. What happens in the classroom as part of your study? So whether you're at Prince Claus Conservatorium, whether you're at the School of Communication, Media and Game Design, whether you're at the International Business School, whether you're at the School for Facility Management, whether you're at the School for Marketing Management, whether you're at Physiotherapy, whether you're at Minerva, it doesn't make any difference. Whatever your program structure is, learn it, understand it, and understand what you need to do to be successful in the study program that you've chosen. That's the first third. The second third has to do with the activities, the contacts, the moments of truth that you will have at your institute, but outside of the classroom. Some of the most engaging, interesting, enjoyable conversations that I have with students is not in the classroom. That's fine. I enjoy going back and forth. It's outside of the classroom. It's having a cup of coffee together. It's just sitting around and spending 45 seconds, 2 minutes connecting with each other and exchanging some kind of information. It can be course related, it can be based on the weather, it can be based on anything. But it's that human touch that I crave and I think is one of the primary reasons why people come. So that's the second third. The third third is where you're living in the city of Groningen and the kind of interactions that you're having with the Oma, the grandmother that's living next door, the kids that come, leave for school at 8:30 in the morning and come back at 3:30. It's the other students that you're sharing an apartment or an accommodation with. It's the bus driver that you say good morning to when you get onto the bus in the morning to come to Zernike campus. That's the third third. And I think those three elements are quite critical, that there's the right blend between the three of them. Eyes on the prize for number one. Learn from people that are at university studying all kinds of wonderful things and different from what you're doing. And try to immerse yourself in the society or the neighborhood that you live in. I think if you put those three into perspective and into the right combination, you'll come away, feeling better about yourself, more knowledgeable, and more able to deal with the other eventualities that will come to you later on in life. So keep those thirds in mind. Thanks. Some of you are coming from maybe just across the border in Germany. By the way, thank you for choosing the Netherlands. Some of you are coming from Vietnam. I have a student, he's not my student, Liam Scully, an English Irishman, gotta love an Irishman, currently living in Mexico. And I've been Skyping with him a couple of times. So you're coming from a long way away. Some of you are leaving tremendous support networks, either through friends and families, and that can be quite important for people when they come into a new environment. There is a club for everything in this city that targets students. If you want to go horseback riding, we got you covered. If you want to play football, soccer, we got you covered there. You want to join a band because you play guitar, we've got you covered. You want to join a comedy group, I got you covered. No, I don't do comedy seriously. But there is a number of associations, the European Student Network Association. When you get here, sign up for it, get together with the people of the association, and you'll have sort of an instant support group. Each one of the study programs also internally has their own kind of student association. The one I know that best is IBSU, the International Business School Student Union, and they're also organizing a lot of things, especially for new students, but also for existing students. So resist the urge to sit in your room and kind of wonder if anybody's going to knock at the door. No, most likely people aren't going to knock at the door. Y'all got to stand up for yourself, find a group of people that you have an affinity with, and join them. And as I say, you're building yourself up, your own network, almost from the word go. Thank you very, very much for listening and watching. Hopefully you picked up a couple of tips and tricks that will help you in your adjustment to Groningen. I'm a senior lecturer at the International Business School. I also do recruitment activities for the university. So I hope that those of you that will be coming to IBS, I'll be able to see you. I hope that I will see a lot more of you around campus. And if you do want to sit down and chat with me, same price for everybody, one small cappuccino. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. I look forward to seeing you in September, in October, in February, whenever is the right time for you to come. But please come to Groningen. Bedankt en tot ziens.